This episode of Press Start Gaming is brought to you by Plan of Attack Games and their new brawler Blast Out. It will be available very soon. We will be doing a live stream in it because they gave me a code, and we might actually have some more keys to give away. Like I said, this episode of Press Start Gaming is brought to you by Plan of Attack Games Blast Out.
Well then, thank you very much, Todd. Let's get started, shall we? Welcome to Press Start Gaming. I am your host, Jeff Stevens. Tonight, I've got with me a very full house. Got Mr. Michael Fritz.
What's up, everybody?
Mr. David Feldman.
Yo.
Mr. Kevin Nelson.
Heyo.
And last but not least, our lovely producer / seducer, Mr. Todd Harden.
I'm over here now.
Oh, he's over there now. Okay. He's here, just very, very quiet. We've got a great episode, guys, for you tonight. Guys and gals. It's going to be...
Episode.
I'm sorry?
We hope it's a great episode.
I think it's going to be great. We haven't done one of these in a while, actually.
We haven't.
No, it's been a while since we did a dear old PSG, so
There hasn't
I'm
been
excited
much
about
going
it.
on.
No, there hasn't been very much gaming-related shenanigans. Also, this is our first episode since the Hurricane Harvey and, climate change.
Hashtag we survived.
Yeah, we did survive. Thankfully, we're all here.
Hashtag Houston strong.
Yes.
Why did you say it like that?
I have no idea.
He just, he's just trying real hard, guys. It's okay.
Hey, calm down, try hard.
I appreciate it, Michael. Thank you. So we must do the news. I'm gonna grab the news here real quick that Todd actually gathered for us. So thank you, Todd. Has anyone heard of a game called GTA 5 perchance?
No.
I was going to say do the Tomb Raider one first.
Oh.
And then the other two, so it leads into the topic. Bye.
All right, so...
God. Use your GTA 5 later.
We're reversing this now. That's my shitty reversing sound. So yeah, let's talk about it.
Reversing sound in.
Shut up. Let's talk about Tomb Raider, guys, which is the first topic of our news. God, we're so fucking professional. I love it. So there is a new Tomb Raider trailer that has dropped. It's got Alicia Vikander starring as Tomb Raider Lara Croft.
How do you say her last name again?
Alicia Vikander.
Alicia Vikander.
Alicia Vikander. No, it is
Viking.
Vikander. I looked up on how to pronounce this earlier, so don't fucking call me out on my shit.
Man, look at Jeff being a professional
I am
announcer.
so professional. I looked up how to pronounce this earlier, so yeah.
He did practice in front of the mirror 50 times.
That's disgusting. No,
How is that disgusting?
Because that's just seems obsessive. Oh, Alicia Vikander, over and over and over.
Okay. Well,
again.
you said that a little weirdly, so yeah.
Wow, we're off to a great start. Anyways, so the first trailer has dropped for this movie. Has anyone seen the trailer besides me?
I have not seen it. I am embarrassed to say this because I've been wanting this movie to come out for a while.
So it doesn't look like Angelina Jolie at all. This is based off of the most recent iteration by Square Enix.
So arguably the most feminine forward
version
version of this game.
Yeah, it's basically I wouldn't say it's a carbon copy, but like they made her look the same. The setting is the same, but I don't think it's got the crazy sun god in this.
You know what I'm kind of upset about?
What?
They didn't use the same actress because the actual model,
Camilla Luddington, yeah.
Right, she's actually I believe like a I don't know if she was an actress, but I do know she was some sort of
She's on Grey's Anatomy, I believe.
I get that. I really do, but this chick is an Academy Award winner.
You don't need an Academy Award winner for something as basic as this.
I know, but who are you going to recognize?
Why do you need to recognize it? I don't even recognize her. I've never even heard of Alicia Vikander before this.
Ex Machina. She was the robot in Ex Machina.
Zoom tight?
What is that?
You've never seen that movie?
Okay,
No,
guys,
fuck. No. We're not doing that tonight. No,
This
gonna
is
be later.
turning into the wrong podcast.
Yeah.
Wait
no.
a second.
Why are we talking about a movie story anyway?
Because it's about Tomb
because it's
Raider.
based on the game, you fool. That's
no,
why.
I understand that, but this is turning into a movie topic very quickly.
It is.
But it
We're
has
actually
Nick
going to be
Frost in it.
doing a movie podcast next week, in which we have it's confession time. So
Talking about my confession.
tune in for that episode. But anyways, this it looks decent, but I am gonna say that I'm really fucking not digging the whole "you must save humanity," blah blah blah. Like it's just so overdone.
He's gonna stop global warming.
You know, would you have been okay if this movie had followed almost pretty much the exact same thing that the Tomb Raider reboot did?
No,
Why?
I mean it already is. Like it's got the boat.
Well, I'm talking
Trash.
about like you know, with the very first parts of the game. Spoiler alert. She gets pretty much impaled, and pretty much cauterizes her own wound with a flaming hot metal rod.
I mean, we don't know that that's not going to happen. Like I said, the boat wreck is in this movie.
Right.
Like we're watching it right now. Like that's probably going to happen.
So we're gonna assume that all those people that are there. Okay, I can see that. Maybe it'd be very. similar.
Also, David, remember whenever she kept getting impaled in the water?
Yeah.
It's in this trailer. Right
Okay, so this
there.
is gonna be really close to the game, probably.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
literally going down that waterfall that she did in the
Okay.
game.
Yeah.
I'm
think,
okay with that.
I don't think they did the sun god thing though. That's the only thing. It's the god of death in this. I don't know. I'm okay with it. I'm a little apprehensive because we all know how video game movies have turned out. Warcraft.
Assassin's Creed was palatable.
Oh yeah, dude. Fun fact: she is dating the main dude from Assassin's Creed.
Michael
So
Fassbender.
Yeah, they've both been in major video game franchises now.
Interesting.
So yeah, fun fact. But anyways, we'll have to see how this one turns out. I'm sort of hopeful about it because it looks pretty fucking faithful. Yeah, the plane's in there too.
Yeah, this looks pretty faithful.
And
Except
so is
for
Nick
the
Frost.
fat guy with the beard.
Hey,
Fuck you!
That is Nick Frost. He's a national treasure.
I'm not
Alright.
okay. I'm not saying anything
Wait.
against him in particular. I'm just stipulating saying I don't recognize that character.
First
in the
question:
game.
is he American?
No, he's not.
Then he can't be a national treasure.
Yes, he can.
Jeff, how many
In my
fucking national
kingdom-
treasures do you have in
In
there?
my kingdom, he's a goddamn national.
Calm
treasure.
down, Ed.
Right. All right. Anyway, so there's that. That's that. So has anyone heard of a game called GTA 5 before?
No, I didn't buy 5 copies of it.
Well, let me tell you about it because it's apparently the best-selling game of all time.
Good
Oh,
job.
yeah.
time.
Kevin single-handedly has
because
helped this
people
along.
had to buy 5 copies of it.
Yeah,
It's been on so many different consoles.
Let's not lie. We've all bought so many copies of this game.
Oh,
except
Somebody
for-
buy me a
purchased
copy
one.
of
I
it on
have a
PC.
minimum of 3 copies.
Let's see. There's the Xbox 360 version.
There was
Yep.
the PS3 version, there was the Xbox One edition, there was the PS4 version, and there was PC. Kevin
I didn't
bought
buy
all
PS4.
of them.
Why
Huh?
did you buy all of them?
Because Kevin bought the PS4 version because his other friends wanted to play GTA 5, but they only had PS4.
Oh, I didn't do that to you.
No, because you bought an Xbox One to play, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, and then we both bought the PC version, and it was great.
It was great.
Somebody
That
should
is
buy
to
me the
this day
PC
the highest
version.
level.
I
have on
bought
GTA.
you the Xbox.
Yeah, that was your mistake.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
but-
sorry. That
I
was
still
before
have it.
PC. That was before PC was announced, wasn't it?
This game's been out like 4 years.
I know.
Yes.
You need to calm down.
And it's still 60
still
bucks
going
on Steam.
strong. It's still going strong.
I think part of the reason why is actually if you look at some of the Twitch aspect of it, they're doing like role play GTA.
Oh yeah. Did you see the guy that like he acts like he's a cop in the game and
Yes.
he actually goes around and pulls people over?
There's cops, there's paramedics, there's firefighters.
That's intense. I'm sorry.
That is crazy. Yeah, it's
Like, This is like the very like definition of fucking anarchy. Like why would you want to be a cop in fucking Los Santos and
hey,
be like,
keeps
yo,
peace.
Someone has to do it, Jeff.
It's
Someone
entertainment.
has to do
Hey,
it.
it's a dirty
that's what the
job, but somebody's
NPCs
gotta
are
do it.
for.
Yeah, okay.
Which is funny because like you're gonna go steal a cop car at some point, and then the cops are gonna come chase you down
No,
for
they
stealing
spawn
their
them in.
cop car. I'm just saying, I think that's kind of funny. So yeah, best selling game of all time, which is just insane.
I mean,
That's
it's
great.
It
I
does
don't
not
think it's that insane.
include Tetris, by the way.
It does not.
It does not.
Oh,
What does not include what?
how can you not
Tetris.
include Tetris?
Because the MPD thing says, in the time that we've been recording sales.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Also,
Okay.
it does not count digital sales,
Oh wow.
Oh.
if I recall.
That's all
So
physical
PC's out.
copies?
If I recall, it does not include physical.
Damn, so it could
That's-
even be more.
That's
Yeah.
fucking nuts,
Yeah.
actually, because I bought PC
bought
version was
physical.
digital,
Yeah.
but it was physical for Xbox 360. not
360
One.
and PS3. Xbox One, it was digital and physical, but I'm pretty sure that was when physical or digital was still coming out, and people wanted physical media still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I've almost
speaking-
bought it so many times.
Well, I know you have because we talked about it for a while.
Yeah.
And
But-
I watch weekly videos of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Still.
Achievement Hunter. Yeah, they still
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, they still do it.
Yep. Bye.
Speaking of records that have been broken a shit ton, has anyone heard of a game called Player Unknown Battlegrounds, aka Punkbat?
AKA PUBG.
AKA the only person in this group that has a chicken dinner is me.
Oh Jesus! Here we
Your
go.
brother carried you. Bye.
Excuse me, my brother. I carried my brother.
Oh,
Fighting
Man,
words.
You can ask him. I had
calling
all the
your
kills.
shit
He had
out.
none.
He's just
Hey, someone
nah.
has to be the cannon fodder. That's the most important role.
This is the one
Yay.
game that we all play, but David, because David's a fucking wuss and is just like, I don't think this will be a fun game.
I refuse to be that infuriated at all times.
Are you
You-
kidding
you
me?
don't
We
get
get
that
more
furious.
infuriated at Overwatch than we do this.
Honestly, I have not
about it.
really been that
Jeff has
infuriated by
never
this game.
raged.
I've
I
always been
refuse
like,
to believe
oh
No,
I'm serious.
David,
No.
think of it like this. Think of it like this. You're playing a game of Overwatch, but you go 30 minutes without dying.
Because there's no one around for 30 minutes.
That's
Right,
the point.
but when you
That
die,
sounds incredibly boring.
Lose
the
your
game
life.
is over for you, and you can leave the game and go start another game.
Yes.
You know, honestly, I thought it would be
Preach it.
boring too, David, but it's not. It's a very like tense.
Because you
Fun
have to
game.
you have to get out of the plane. You have to find somewhere to you have to parachute to the ground. You have to find weapons. You have to manage your time
I'm
getting
too
to the
busy
circle.
watching this guy punch this dude in the face.
That's pretty fucking great. I'm not gonna lie. He's just like, fuck all of
Oh.
y'all. I'm just gonna
Superman
punch you to
punch.
death.
What is that? Oh,
That is ballsy as fuck. I don't think I'd
oh my
ever do
god.
that.
That's a shotgun, dude.
Well, they're also terrible shots too. Let's
Yeah.
be honest here.
Oh my gosh. Yep.
Isn't
Yeah,
the
one dude with a
isn't the
shotgun-
hitbox a little tiny though on this game?
No.
No, okay. I will say like the combat itself is a little dicey at times. I
Yeah.
personally don't like
Well-
the combat.
It is in early access.
I know, but like still, you think,
They have
Like-
a lot. They're making a lot of changes.
well, fair enough. But I'm just, the combat itself is just kind of hit or miss. Like you
Well, it's a gun game. You hit
I
or you miss.
know. But you just die in like the most inexplicable ways. 1 minute you're just like walking across, and all of a sudden, oh, you're dead. You're
I think
gone.
they've cut down
Or-
on the.
Or driving around and all of a sudden you just flip the car and die.
I love how someone drove the car into the bunker. I did that with my Jeep once. Someone, was it you, Michael? I think it's no, there's another car.
Speaking of,
I'm pretty sure Michael has been like, you can't do that in this game, and I'd be like, nah, I'll fucking do it. And I
No,
did
that
it.
wasn't the bunker. That was the motorcycle in the house.
No. There was 3 instances. There was the motorcycle in the house. There was the Jeep in the bunker when you guys weren't there, but you were on TeamSpeak with me. And then
Oh.
you're like, you can't jump through the church window. And
I
did
was
it
only
anyways.
saying that because I hadn't managed it.
Yeah.
Also, there's a brewing controversy over the whole jump crouch thing.
Oh, really?
What's that?
Yeah, because if you jump and crouch, like you have to press them almost at the exact same time, but not quite.
Yeah.
You can actually get up onto things that you can't just by jumping,
Oh, really?
because your legs come up to your body instead of just getting shorter in the air.
I got you.
And it used to be able to be bindable to a hotkey, and to where you'd press the key and to do both, but they made it to where you can't do that anymore, and people are pissed.
Oh, that's funny. I don't know. It's David. I have a feeling we're just gonna buy it for you one day, and then you'll just have to suffer with
Yeah,
it.
shit. We split it 4 ways, and it's what,
That's nothing.
$6 each.
That's nothing.
Ugh.
I have a feeling we'll just do it.
Do
Anyway,
it.
here you go, David. Here's your present. Just do
If we
with
buy it, will you play it? Will you at least try it?
Fine, I will try it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. It's on the podcast now, so it's a matter of record.
I can delete it.
No. You can't delete it from Todd's copy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also,
Can't
we're
delete it from the
streaming.
live stream either. Ha ha ha, sucker.
Oh, sorry. All 2 people are gonna not see it. Damn.
Stop seeing that. Jesus Christ. You know what? I bought you tacos today.
Oh, this
So
is true.
as
I'm
a
sorry.
part of
Oh,
that
100
agreement.
million viewers of ours.
No. As a part of that agreement, you are never to say that we have only 2 viewers or small amounts of viewers. Okay.
No, I
Yes.
refuse.
What if he
No.
checks how many viewers we have before saying it?
Because I only see like
Oh,
2.
I mean, we're not releasing our viewership history just yet. Not yet. We'll get
I'm
there
currently
eventually.
watching now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 people.
Jesus
4 on
Christ.
Twitch. So it makes 6 people.
Well,
so
4.
far.
Like 1 and 2 are me and you, Kevin.
Doesn't matter.
You guys, you're fucking killing me. Oh my god. All right.
Doesn't matter. It still doesn't count.
So that
counts.
is the news. David's playing Plunkbat now. We can all go home now. We can all go. We can all go play Plunkbat now.
Yep.
Go play some Pokemon. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Podcast over.
End of the episode. Thanks for listening. So, anyways, that is the news. You will find, of course, all of the links for the news on our lovely.
Did you actually
post.
say what the news article was? I never heard it.
No, we did
no, I didn't. Well, no,
You
I
suck.
said it
Thank you,
breaks.
producer
Oh,
Todd.
I said it breaks all the records. Wow, I fucked up. I'm sorry. PUBG breaks Dota 2's record for most concurrent players. So that's pretty big. Basically, Steam tracks how many concurrent players are on at any given time for most of their games, and Dota 2 has actually been the most popular Steam game for quite some time.
Very, very long time.
Very long time. So the fact that this like kind of took the crown, I don't know if it's still doing that, but it was, at least at the time, like that's pretty fucking indicative of how large this game is.
I'm still amazed on the picture that's posted here. Football Manager 2017 is on that list.
Very,
that's,
very popular in other countries.
yeah, like extremely popular. People
Okay.
really care about football.
Um,
Real football.
Keep in
Soccer.
mind, a lot of Dota's viewership is during the international. In order
Yeah.
to spectate the games and free cam them, you have to be in the game client. These are
Okay.
people actually playing.
Interesting. All
Also,
right.
think about how many games that is running at once.
That's
Yeah,
a lot.
Well, and I do want to point out, as far as this being like a game that's still in alpha, it's not even in beta, is it? Is it in beta?
Well, it's early access. When
Okay.
it's sold in early access, it's technically in beta.
Okay, so the fact that this is still in beta and that I have never encountered like any serious server glitches is astounding. Like I've
I've
personally
seen a
never,
couple.
I've never been knocked out of a game.
You ever seen somebody running faster than you can see?
No.
It's a pain in the ass. I think they fixed it, but when they come running by with a shotgun, it's
Pretty
kind of pisses
gnarly.
you off.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm saying though, like for all intents and purposes, like this is a fairly stable game. It's not the prettiest, definitely not the prettiest. In fact, like the textures look like they're from GTA 3,
Tour.
maybe. I would say they're about GTA 3 textures. Someone might correct me if I'm wrong.
Wait,
but
GTA 3?
No,
yeah,
not
like GTA 3 on
GTA
PC
4.
with like high res textures.
Oh, well, then that's GTA 4 on Xbox. Or
No, GTA
yeah.
4 and Xbox looks better than this. I feel like the textures on this aren't as good. But anyways, that's the news. So you of course can find them on the website at rantymedia.com, or you'll also find our other fine podcasts, Gadget Inspectors, as well as the Real Reporters. So let's actually delve into this proper. Todd, are you gonna kill me if I go? I'm assuming the red is your okay. I got it. All right, calm down. Jesus. Is standalone DLC a shitty way to not make a full game but still charge like it? Very, very recent example of this is the new Dishonored 2 DLC, where you're going to kill. What's his name? Fuck.
The Outsider.
The Outsider. I wanted to say the Traveler, but that's Destiny 2, so that would have been a little weird. Yeah, basically, it's there. Is this really justified to you guys? Like, does standalone DLC that gives you maybe a couple hours of story time seem justified paying that kind of full tier price, aka
No.
like $40?
How much do they charge for it?
I think $40, maybe
It
30.
was
$40. Okay, so hold on. Let's do a little comparison before we cement our answers, if you will.
Okay.
So with Wolf of Iron, or whatever it was, Iron Lords, I can't remember what Destiny.
Rise of
One.
Iron?
Rise of Iron.
Rise of Iron. There you go.
Oh, no, I don't want to get it started.
No.
No,
this is
it's
fair.
an expansion.
This is a fair
topic.
example. You paid
Is it?
$20. You paid $20 for the DLC, correct?
$30.
$30 for the DLC?
$30.
I thought it was 20.
There was also
Oh,
2 packs of DLC.
no.
No, it's just the one Rise of Iron.
You're thinking of the
DLC.
season pass.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, Rise of Iron and the Taken King.
Yes.
Well, no. Let's just go straight up Rise of Iron.
Okay.
It was $20 for the DLC, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
And
I don't think you're right on that, but go
I
on.
got it.
okay, even let's say it was $30. Even
Okay.
better. It was $30. How much time did you get enjoyment out of that?
Don't ask me.
No, I'm asking you, Jeff.
No,
How many
seriously,
hours?
I'm not a good person to ask about
No,
this
this
one.
is a fair question. This is
I
a
got
very
maybe an hour's worth of enjoyment out
fair.
of
Okay,
it.
so an hour's worth of enjoyment for $30,
Yeah.
right? They're asking $40 for potential hours.
Yeah.
It's only a $10 difference.
Versus a full price game, because full price is typically $60.
Right. So that you're right. It's $60. So an hour for half price, or for $10 more, or even let's say
$20 more.
what? Huh?
30, 40, 50.
You said it was 40.
Yes.
Okay, so for $10 more, you get what they're claiming is hours worth of enjoyment on just
Right.
the story alone,
Right.
not including multiplayer or anything else involved.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's a little bit better deal.
I think it's a shitty deal.
What makes it a shitty deal, Jeff?
Well, I'm not talking about Rise of Iron in particular.
Leave
I'm
out Rise of
talking-
Iron.
Okay. I'm talking about, for instance, I think it was the Wolfenstein expansion, the Old Blood. That one was worth about 2 hours of gameplay, story time as well. That one was $34.99. And I have to admit, I was a little underwhelmed by it. Was it cool? Sure. It was just really short, whereas when I paid $60 for the full price game, I got almost 12 hours of gameplay out of that.
Yeah.
So, like, in my mind, if this were to be fair, okay, if I'm going to pay half price, I kind of expect half of the content, aka like 6 hours of content. Like, is that not fair to assume?
No, that's fair in my opinion. But the thing I gotta here, I don't know if there's an example where this is relevant, but let's say Wolfenstein: The New World Order, right? You paid $60.
Yeah.
A year later, they come out with a standalone DLC using the same engine,
Right.
and they call it Wolfenstein: New World Order 2.
Okay.
And it's a brand new game. You get a whole new thing, and they're asking $40 for it. Would you still feel cheated?
I mean, it really just comes down to the content of the game. In all honesty, like, obviously, people play games at different, speeds and whatnot. But I think the best example of doing it right actually comes from The Witcher. Are you
Okay.
guys familiar with what they did?
No.
Witcher was
So-
open world, was it not?
Yes, it was open world.
And was Dishonored 2?
No, fairly linear.
Probably
no,
a
it
very
was,
bad
it was
comparison.
100% linear.
No. I'm not talking about comparison. I'm not doing apples to apples. I'm saying this is how you do DLC right. With The Witcher, they released 2 expansions. They released Blood and Wine, and then the other one I don't remember the name of, so I apologize. But 2 DLCs, I think they were $30 a piece. However, they gave you almost 10 to 15 hours of extra content in both story and just side quests, and that, like, to me, is completely justified in why I bought both of them.
I will be honest with you. CD Projekt Red's an outlier. It always is.
It is, but like,
And also, it's
to
Heart of
me-
Stone.
Hearthstone?
Heart of Stone.
Heart of Stone. Okay, yeah. So that was the first one. Blood and Wine was the second one. To me, like, I'm really tired of paying an exorbitant amount for DLC that I know is going to be super short. And in fact, I will skip most DLC until I know how long it's going to be.
Wait, how much did you
No,
say the
wasn't
Dishonored 2
wasn't
thing
Fallout
is?
New Vegas? Wasn't
Dishonored-
that a DLC?
Dishonored: Death of the Outsider is $30.
Okay.
Um,
Thought you were saying it was 40 earlier.
no, I think Rise of Iron was $40 almost, wasn't it? It was like $34.99.
No, it was 30.
Okay.
Destiny season. I'm gonna phrase it like this: Destiny Year 2, which was Age of Triumph and Rise of Iron, was 30. Death of the Outsider is 30 for the standard edition. Uncharted is 40. And I think that's all.
Now
What
you're
about
talking,
the
you're
New
talking
Blood?
about the Lost Legacy?
Yes, Lost Legacy.
See, that's not DLC. That's a standalone game.
It was originally as DLC, and then they said, "Fuck it, we're gonna make it a retail game." It's included in the season pass, so that's
Are you
DLC.
sure?
That
I
is
don't-
DLC.
I don't think it is.
I will verify that. Also, does Wolfenstein: The New Order count, or the Old Blood? I'm sorry, other way around.
As DLC
Yes.
or a standalone game. I mean,
Yes.
it's technically it. That's what I'm saying. It's really difficult to declare it because to me it's standalone game. but-
David, you also asked if New Vegas was DLC. No, standalone game.
Yeah,
Yes,
completely
New Vegas
standalone
was a
game.
standalone game.
Made by a different company on top of it.
Yeah.
Obsidian made that.
And tons of people argue
The better one.
that it's the best one.
And they're all wrong.
Yeah,
was supposed to
I
say they're
didn't
not
dig
correct.
the Las Vegas that much. I really didn't.
I liked it. It wasn't bad.
It was arguably like they restructured a lot of stuff for it, which is fine. I mean, they were trying to leave their own stamp on it, but I don't know. It's difficult to say because like Rise of Iron to me isn't a traditional piece of DLC. I would consider that more as an expansion pack more than anything else.
Yeah, it's,
But isn't expansion packs DLC?
yes and no.
Yes
It's-
and no.
It's a higher tier of expansion pack, basically.
Right.
Like
so
you've got your like kind of like with Call of Duty, you get like map packs afterward. Those are DLC.
yeah, I would consider like anything that's like a tangible physical object for in game, like a new shirt or new armor or what have you that's just visually different. Those are little pieces of DLC, different costumes, et cetera, et cetera.
So, Jeff,
Yeah.
comparison for you.
Okay.
You bought those loot boxes in Overwatch. How many hours of enjoyment did you get out of those?
Ooh.
Ooh.
10, 15 minutes while you opened them?
No,
And then
I
your
wouldn't.
game was unchanged.
I don't.
Your gameplay was identical.
No, my skin makes me better.
Is that technically? I
No,
can,
I
I
don't
see what you're
think it was.
saying.
I'm just saying you spent more on those than you will on this than you did on Rise of Iron.
I don't
Yeah.
because it's not a new game and it's not intended to be a new game. It's intended to be
Right,
an
no, I
add-on to your
understand.
current game. So you can't really compare that, and it's still within the same
It's
game
not.
itself.
It's not even. It's not marketed as such. It's marketed as an aesthetic
Yeah, I know.
unlock.
But what I'm saying is, you're spending $50 more on a game that you already
Yeah.
own,
Right.
and you
But-
didn't get any more content out of it.
Yeah, but however, though, the only reason why I would argue that's different is that there is no set price to it in the same regard that you would be charged for DLC. Like when they're putting a $30 stamp on this product, they're saying, "Hey, we feel there's enough content here to justify this $30 price tag. You may not agree, but we put enough development time in this to say it's going to be $30." Okay. Whereas with Overwatch, they're saying, "Hey, we've got some cool skins. If you want it, cool. You can play the game, or you can cheat and be stupid like Jeff and throw down, what is it, $1.99 per loot box?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Mm,
Something
I want
ridiculous.
to say the $1.99 is for like 3 or 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
I don't think you can buy them individually.
Okay, so like for like a block of 3, you can be like Jeff and just fucking blow past playing it, and to get that really cool costume that he wants. So like that's different in that regard because
I think it's more of a gamble, even.
It is a gamble.
it's really
I
it's
think
really
you're
me
just
gambling.
I think you're just addicting to I think you're just addicted to gambling, Jeff.
No, I have never
I
gambled
mean,
in
honestly,
my life.
the loot boxes are the closest thing you can get to like booster packs for trading card games.
Yeah, I
Even
would,
though
yeah. I
Booster
would,
packs for trading card games are more like DLC because you do get more content out of them because you get new cards and different cards.
I do view it as DLC. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. But
Yep.
I think there's this fine distinction when a company is saying, "Hey, we're going to charge you $30, $40 for this because we think it's justified." Whereas Blizzard is saying, "Hey, this isn't really going to add anything story-wise to your game. It's not really
I
gonna
don't
add
think it's
anything
DLC. Then.
tangible."
To me, it's just microtransaction.
It is microtransactions. It really is.
Right.
But at the end of the day, they're both charges in a game that you already own. Is my point.
And I mean, like, even because Todd's actually showing DLC right now for Fallout 4, Far Harbor, like that.
That was some crazy good content.
Yeah, like when you bought the season pass, that's one thing that I will say that Bethesda did really well for this particular game. When you bought the season pass, they said, "Hey, this will get you everything that we released DLC wise." And I think it was $34, if I'm not mistaken. And they released some fucking insane DLC for this.
They
That
did.
was fully justified. You had Far Harbor, you had Nuka Town. There was this entire new.
What was the robotic one?
Yeah, it was. You could build your own robots and like your own contraptions and
And
machines
it was stuff
shit.
that like changed the entire game.
Yeah, and it was like
and
was
it's available
not...
like early in the storyline. It's not like you had to have already beaten the game to get access to it.
Right. It was like huge amounts of content and additions, and that is totally the DLC that I crave and enjoy, and I will gladly slap $35 down for.
So Jeff's spoiled by Fallout DLC.
I'm spoiled by Witcher DLC too, because I picked both of those up for $15.
Yep.
I was about to say.
And-
So my thoughts are: does the company care?
No.
Can
Yeah.
the company make
Company
more
never
money?
cares.
In the examples that I've been playing, I'm going to name 4 games. Only one of them has standalone DLC.
Well, are you saying basically that? Are you trying to get around to the point where
It's just a cash
Bethesda
grab.
is one of those companies that cares more about what the content they release versus
Yep.
oh here's another $30 you get to spend for
Yep.
basically shit.
Fallout, Skyrim, or Elder Scrolls in general. Bioshock, which I'm playing the Burial at Sea trailer.
Yeah,
Which was badass, by the way.
I mean, shit. What was the other one that I played earlier? Brain just went out. Whatever. I mean,
you
Burial
played
at-
the Dishonored 2
yeah.
DLC.
Knife of Dunwall, which was in Dishonored 1,
Right.
was fantastic. Burial at Sea, I don't know. I never finished Burial at Sea because I'm a terrible human being. Jeff, how long is Burial at Sea?
Burial at Sea is probably about 4 hours in total, but the very first, it flashed on the screen very briefly. That was $20 for 3 DLC packs. The first, in truth, was not anything story related.
It was an arena fighter.
Yeah, it was very like kind of kitschy actually. But the first like Burial Sea parts 1 and 2 were actually pretty cool because it expanded upon
The story.
the very ending of BioShock and kind of said, "Hey, we're gonna flesh this out a little bit and make your mind blown just a little bit more."
Right.
Get that
Fallout-
Inception feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fallout
It was-
didn't
it
charge
was good.
extra for their DLC, like you mentioned earlier.
right.
Witcher doesn't. But so in general, it's certain companies.
Well, and so CD Projekt Red, for Witcher, they actually had 2 sets of DLC.
Yeah, you
They
could have bought
had-
them separately.
Right. You can buy Blood and Stone and then I just forgot the Blood and Wine.
Blood and Wine and Breath of Stone.
Or Heart of
Heart
Stone.
of Stone.
Heart
God,
of Stone.
Hearthstone.
Sorry, God. Fucking CG Project Red, their goddamn names.
Cyberpunk
So,
2077.
so they had those huge, massive things, but before all of that, they said, "Hey, we're gonna give you like 10 DLC packs for free
Yep.
that just add little things here and there that you would normally companies would charge you for this shit, but we're like, no, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna hit this to you for free." And that unlocked all sorts of crazy shit like hairstyles, costumes, horse armor, which
Horse armor.
infamously for Oblivion was paid DLC.
So like kind of like Destiny's Age of Triumph,
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. So like in
where
that
they
regard,
redid all of the raids.
right? Yeah. So I mean that's cool. Now Todd is playing Undead Nightmare, which for Red Dead Redemption, which that was actually really cool.
They also stole that standalone.
Yes, they also did sell that standalone, and basically it's zombies, which is fucking cool. I'm so excited for Red Dead Redemption 2, guys. I really
It
wish
really
that
is.
was. I really wish that was
Jeff
coming
can't
out
contain
soon.
his excitement.
I don't know what it is about a Western open world game. It's just,
Where you can tie people to train tracks and run them and wait for the train.
dude, if they disable that in the new one, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Jeff's gonna return the game, just like he tried
I
to
will be
return
like, I'm done.
No Man's Sky.
I'm done. not even gonna fucking worry about it. But yeah, I don't know. I appreciate what these companies are doing and getting us new content, and it's kind of really a way for them to tide you over until the next sequel or next big release.
Yep.
In their mind, to kind of keep the franchise alive. But it's also I don't know. It kind of makes me not want to go forward with the franchise sometimes. Like, I'm not really that interested in this chick killing the outsider in Dishonored.
I'll be honest with you. I never really got all that into Dishonored. I played the first game all the way through.
You just didn't enjoy it?
I liked the story. I didn't like the control scheme.
Oh, yeah. Were you playing on mouse and keyboard or controller?
I played it on PS4, so it was definitely controller.
Yeah.
And it was a good game, but it was... And
It wasn't your jam. I get it.
yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
my jam, and I wasn't... It was really the controller that put me off of it. It's kind of like BioShock was for me. I wasn't crazy about the controls on that one, but I enjoyed BioShock immensely more than
Are you talking about Infinite or just in general?
in general.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, all the games kind of had similar control schemes.
Yeah.
It's one of those games where the controls get a little too complicated,
Right.
and there's too much going on at times. And
I think it's funny that Todd's now playing Mass Effect DLC. Didn't they have to retroactively correct the ending with a piece of DLC?
That was called The End, and yes, they did.
And then did they
Which I was
charge you
kinda
for
pissed
that?
off about.
No, they did not charge for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
This
that was
DLC,
one of those things where I think they should have stayed with the original ending.
I agree. This DLC right here is called the Citadel. Basically, it's just all your friends are chilling out at the Citadel. It's really good. I enjoyed this one. The next video, y'all will probably agree with as far as DLC goes. So, yeah.
So speaking of, I did a promise. I finally bought Wolfenstein, the New World Order, and I finally beat it.
Oh, you beat it.
I beat it.
What did you think?
Holy shit! When is 2 coming out?
It's a fucking great game. I told you.
It's a
Dude.
great game. It is literally probably one of the best story-driven first-person shooters I've played in a long time.
Well, I'm proud of you, David. Man, like I'm glad you enjoyed it.
That and the fact that I like the Jew magic. That's just awesome.
I really love that game. And I'm so excited for the next one coming out. Oh, is this Borderlands?
Sure
Oh,
is.
I said that wrong. Borderlands.
Sure is.
Did you say Borderlands?
I said
No, he said
Borderlands.
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 Like the Netherlands.
Borderlands.
Welcome to the Borderlands.
Oh
Tiny
god.
Tina.
I did not get into this game.
I'm not a big fan of Borderlands.
Oh,
I enjoyed
love-
the hell
I
out
love
of Borderlands.
Oh, I know, Michael. I remember.
I want
When
to
Borderlands
replay
2
it.
came
I
out.
think for me it's the
Now, to be
cell
fair-
shade graphics that just kind of
Yeah.
throw me off.
I think to enjoy Borderlands, you need to be playing multiplayer with people you can talk to.
Yeah.
Because it's so crazy that if you can't talk to people, like not even like tactical communication. Like when we play Overwatch and we're just talking the shit, we're not even talking about like tactics and oh yeah, they're doing this and they're doing that. We don't play tactically in Overwatch. We would have so much fun playing Borderlands.
Which isn't why we might suck at this game.
I mean, it's kind of like Destiny as well. I feel like if you don't have friends to play with, Destiny is just a major drag.
I disagree.
Well, that's because you're loving the grind.
I really like Destiny once
No,
I
I-
actually got used to it.
I
I
played
think
through
Destiny is-
Destiny 1 solo. Or
Destiny
the
1
core
is not
game.
bad playing solo, but it is a lot more fun in the group.
Absolutely.
The Ballad of Gay Tony. Oh my god, I haven't seen this in forever.
That was what
Todd
Grand Theft
is
Auto?
just Todd's just
Yeah.
reaching back into the vaults of DLC.
Todd's
right
got this going.
Hey man, it
This
is
is
what
why
it
you
is.
guys that are listening to the podcast really need to catch us live and watch the live stream
Yeah, it just makes
Or
the
they
experience.
can watch the recordings.
because Todd's video content is on point.
Yeah, it is.
It really
Thank you,
is.
Todd.
I enjoyed
appreciate it.
I never played the Ballad of Gay Tony. Actually,
I didn't either. I actually
I can't
confession.
remember if I did.
Confession. I never finished GTA 3.
What?
Oh, really?
GTA 3?
I didn't
Yeah, I
either.
never finished it.
Dude,
I just. I know.
got 100%
I know you did.
GTA 3.
I know you did. I watched you do it.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. You were playing it on your PC.
I didn't play GTA 3 on my PC.
Yes, you did. You played
Grand
it on
Theft Auto
PS3.
3?
Yes, yes. I
Who
remember
was the
you
main
played it.
character in Grand Theft Auto 3?
What? Oh,
Who-
Nico. Yeah, Nico.
No,
That
that's
was
No,
four.
Windows 4.
3 is Tony Vassetti.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry.
You mean
I,
four.
I was
I
referring
100%
to
at
4.
3.
I was talking
That was
about
before I
4.
knew you, Jeffrey.
No, I'm sorry.
I didn't
was
think
talking
It was
about
four.
4?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Wow.
And here I thought you guys were introduced at the crib.
No. It just feels like that. Fuck, yeah. I got that wrong.
the first DLC ever.
What was the first DLC ever?
I'm claiming this is the first DLC.
Are you talking about the horse armor?
Nope.
Okay.
Just take some time.
So, let me ask you guys this.
Sonic and Knuckles.
Jesus Christ. I mean,
yes.
you're
You
not
bought
wrong.
Sonic 3, and then
You're
you bought
not
the
wrong.
Knuckles
It
thing.
really is the first DLC.
Did you know there's a... I gotta find this video. Y'all keep
Actually,
talking.
no, it is not the first DLC because it's technically not downloadable.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It's the first
I mean, I
purchasable
like it.
expansion.
I like where you go with that one, but no, it's not technically
That's
not
funny.
DLC.
So, speaking of DLC, we've pretty much all bought Destiny 2 at this point
Yep.
for PC.
Nope.
Yep.
Kevin hasn't bought it yet?
Nope,
No, he
Kevin
hasn't.
hadn't bought it yet.
You've got like another month.
That's exactly why Kevin hadn't bought it yet.
Kevin's like, I'm saving my time.
It's gonna, roll around
That's
October 27th. Is that right? I feel like it's right.
24th?
Or 24th.
I thought it was like 20 something.
Yeah.
Definitely not 27th.
So
late.
we're gonna be playing that on the 24th.
Nonstop.
I think. Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll
I
see
think
what
I'm gonna
happens.
take the week off and just blow past all y'all.
I'm thinking about it too. I'm thinking about taking a day off.
No, I'm taking the week off. I'm
I
just gonna
can't
go
afford that.
nonstop for a week. Just no.
I can afford
sleep.
that. I got 9 days of vacation. I could do that.
For which
We-
one?
We might do
Destiny?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that time off.
Fuck. That's not gonna be as fun without Michael. We
I
can't
know,
do
right?
right?
Well, he could play in the afternoons.
it. Yeah.
And I'll still pass you guys up.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, the challenge has been made. I will not be a part of that challenge. I'm not.
Pussy.
I'm not going against Michael. Trust me.
Pussy.
No, fuck, dude. You have no idea.
No, I do have an idea. Trust me, but I'm willing to take the challenge.
Okay, man. Good luck. Good luck for you.
I'm probably gonna lose miserably. But
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like-
you will. You will. I'm
I'm
sorry.
okay with that because it's fun. Because Jeff can't handle the challenge.
Speaking of Destiny, we need to get Jeff into the clan.
No.
Oh, am I still not in that?
No,
Fuck, I'm sorry.
you're not. And we
I
also need to
apologize.
get Kevin to buy the game and get in the clan.
You need to tell me how to do that because I don't know how to do that.
No.
Well,
go to-
later.
Oh,
we
yeah.
can do that
no,
on
no,
us,
no, no, no.
obviously.
No. Any of our listeners that would
Yeah,
like to join
absolutely.
our clan, not the KKK kind of clan. This isn't
Clan with a C,
Wolfenstein.
guys.
I like how you have to specify that.
Charlotte.
2017, don't assume my clan.
I'm gonna make this clear. If I notice you're inactive, I'm gonna kick you
I'm gonna kick you.
because I want the bonuses that come from people that actually play the goddamn game.
Yeah, true that.
It is Ranting Media. That's the
Yes.
clan name.
Yeah, I'll fuck with that later because it's asking for my authenticator code and I don't have my phone in front of me.
Whoops.
Womp,
Womp,
womp. So yeah. DLC. Fucking so expensive. It's sometimes worth it. So shall we move on to our next topic? Does anybody else have anything else to say about DLC?
Nope.
You guys are just being like crickets right now. It's great.
Crooked.
David's
Worst
dead.
cricket ever.
David was dead for a second there.
Yes, I died.
Do you guys know what the Kleenex effect is?
Is when something is named after a name brand.
It's not
That's
when
like a
something-
household item.
No, when the product basically becomes the very definition of that genre.
The common name is
So, like-
lost for a brand name.
So like, you know how like I get really pissed
They're like
when
Q-tips.
customers would
Yes.
come into stores and be like, "Yo, where's your iPods at?"
Yeah.
Uh,
iPod is the
Back
Kleenex
when
effect
you
for
still thought
MP3.
the Zune was the greatest thing ever.
Well,
Hey,
but
Zune was
Still
awesome.
is.
Shut the fuck up.
Still is.
Yeah, it's so awesome. It's no longer sold.
I think my
Neither
Motorola will
is
become
the
my new
iPod
Zoom.
Classic. Zing.
Yeah, only after
but
like
you say
know,
that like the iPod's not still being sold.
right?
I mean,
Definitely still are.
it probably won't be soon. I'll be honest
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, eventually they'll phase it out, but I mean, it's been sold for I don't know, decades. Zune lasted for weeks.
It lasted as long as it needs to. Mine still works, so you can just
Bless you.
Shush. I can
Only
still
because
buy
you
a
never
battery
use
for
it. Have
I
you even
still
turned
use
it on recently?
Yeah, I really have. I swear to God.
Mm-hmm.
Right after Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Product placement.
Oh Lord,
Dude. So, games that have suffered the Kleenex effect. The biggest one that I can think of, and I'm totally doing this first because I don't know of any others after this, is Grand Theft Auto, aka the sandbox game, where every single open world game is now GTA.
well, they're all
Every-
compared to GTA anymore.
Every single one is compared to
It's
GTA.
GTA like.
Ah, it's so frustrating.
Or
But I
Because,
feel
GTS.
like they don't call it after Grand Theft Auto.
no, but like
Whenever Saints
people-
Row came out, what did they describe it as?
GTA like.
GTA.
They said it was
clone.
GTA like, but they didn't say that it was a Grand Theft Auto game.
Yeah, but
Right.
they compared it to it.
The idea is everything is immediately compared to that. Gaming doesn't
So
do
for a
it
little
like
while,
everything
Halo
else.
was basically the first-person
It
shooter.
was the shooter,
Yes.
Yeah.
a Halo type game. Yeah.
I came up
So-
with one. Ha ha!
Yeah, it's like it's hard. It's hard on the surface to think of it this way, but
Yeah.
then you start kind of thinking, "Oh shit!" Like Destiny is kind of that. I would say it's an expansion upon Borderlands, actually.
It kind of actually, I would say Destiny's probably closer to.
I think Destiny's more of a Kleenex game.
I don't think so, and the reason why
Not
is
yet.
because the loot factor of Borderlands is so prevalent in Destiny.
Yeah,
But
And
I've never heard it directly compared to Borderlands though.
I hate to say it, but it is.
It
It's
wasn't.
just like
Well,
it
Borderlands
just-
was never big enough because the genre name still sticks in my head. Shoot and loot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's still a shoot and loot, and that was what they called Borderlands, but it wasn't
Right.
a
What is
Borderlands
this?
specific term.
What is this game that you're streaming right now, Todd?
Oh, well, here's my example, PUBG.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I got. But what is this?
This is Fortnite from
Fortnite,
Epic
yeah.
This is
Games.
Fortnite.
They released a Battle Royale mode.
Oh my god!
I wonder where
This
they
looks
got that
just
from.
like PUBG.
It's like PUBG, but with cartoon graphics and drones.
And you build bases in it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I want to play Fortnite.
Damn.
So, yeah, that's my example. All Battle Royale games are now PUBG clones.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just like
well,
it.
Dota 2 is basically the MOBA.
Yep, I would
Yeah.
agree.
What about World of Warcraft?
Or
Oh,
MMOs.
yeah. MMORPG.
MMOs. Yeah.
Yeah.
For a while, there
So-
were actual Warcraft clones.
Yeah.
So
No, actually, I would have to disagree with you on Warcraft.
Because of
I would say it was
EverQuest and all that.
EverQuest.
Yeah.
Yeah, EverQuest was first, and it was declared the original massive multiplayer online game.
God, I missed that game.
EverQuest?
Yeah, I played
I never
EverQuest.
played it.
I actually played EverQuest 2 more
Two.
than anything.
I think I played it like a couple of times. I never really got into it.
And then I played Lord of the Rings Online.
Poor you. And
Fuck
well,
off.
Final Fantasy has it pretty much clenched on JRPG.
Yeah. I could see that. But so do you
Dragon
think
Quest.
do you think that it really helps genres when we start getting these clones? Because to me, oh fuck, dude, we forgot. We forgot the big one.
Call of Duty.
Minecraft.
Oh.
There are so many Minecraft clones out there now.
There are.
Roblox.
It's ridiculous.
And like you've even got like successful ones like what's it called, Terraria, I believe.
Terraria,
Yeah.
Roblox.
And
Don't
you know,
Starve.
games where they've
Don't
like
Starve.
taken it and like kind of recreated it in a way. Like Terraria took it and made it like a 2D platformer kind of thing,
so
but still, open, almost an open world.
So does this help the genres or does it hurt it? Because to me, it's kind of a little bit of both. Obviously it can hurt the sales of the original, but it can also really help it. Bring more people into that genre and be like, hey, this is
Yeah.
really cool.
Well-
Let's go back to the original.
I think we discovered that the Kleenex branding in games is a little fluid.
Yeah, it's not
Because
exact.
it's like whatever the biggest thing becomes next will become that Kleenex. Something like Kleenex has been around since they created facial tissue, and it will continue to be around because you really can't improve upon it. For example, with massive multiplayer online RPGs, EverQuest was the standard, and then EverQuest kind of fell off to World of Warcraft. Now World of Warcraft is the standard. Until that genre pretty much probably will end up dying, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you talk to. That's why I'm saying, I don't know if it's necessarily possible to be a Kleenex.
Well,
in
I do
games.
think it's interesting that you say that the standard can be replaced because it's interesting to note that you thought of World of Warcraft first. And then it took you a couple of minutes, not a couple minutes, but a few seconds to realize, oh, wait, there was one before that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's interesting that, like for instance, MP3 players, iPod was definitely not the first MP3 player.
No,
Okay?
by no means. And they even admitted, Apple admits, that's not the first, they
Right.
became the standard.
Just like, World of Warcraft is not saying, oh, yeah, we were the first ones to do that shit. They
Right.
weren't. They literally, made it their own. They had the resources to say, okay, this is what we're doing now. And they threw so much marketing money at it that it just kind of outgrew that original game. And
Mm-hmm.
in many ways improved upon it.
Our
Right.
listener Alan pointed out Pokemon.
There
There have been a few clones.
Yeah.
Not many. Pocket Mortys.
Yeah, I was about to say Pocket Mortys, which I'm just so fucking surprised that Nintendo is like, whoa,
I love it.
whoa.
Well, it's not Nintendo, it's Game Freak, but
Well-
Actually, it's the Nintendo company.
Right. Game Freak obviously doesn't give a shit, but Nintendo, who is protecting Game Freak's interests, certainly does.
yeah.
So
They
then
will-
let's bring about this question then. You know, are we talking about standards that kind of create the genre or make it what it is? Is that really a Kleenex effect?
No,
Okay,
I
so
think
the theory
Go ahead,
to
Doc.
me is
Because Pokemon at its core is a Japanese RPG game.
right.
But I would venture
capturing
to
monsters was the differentiator.
say what?
Capturing monsters was the differentiator.
Right. And you're not incorrect, but what I'm saying is it's so significantly different than Final Fantasy and that ilk
Right.
that it could be considered its own genre in a sense.
So, my biggest example that Jeff pointed out is GTA.
Mm-hmm.
I can think of one game off the top of my head that was called GTA Clone so much, but then it took it a life of its own because it had the GTA clone and then it just expanded on it.
Are you talking about Saints Row?
I am talking about Saints Row. Saints Row
No,
is
and Saints Row took
fantastic.
that moniker,
Moniker?
and moniker, yeah, and just completely ran with it.
I love it. I love Saints Row.
Saints Row is probably one of my favorite games of all time. Like 2 was excellent, 3 was
3
just
was
wonderful.
great. 4 was... I never finished 4. Sorry.
Four is basically 3, but with aliens
Oh,
I never got past the
and Matrix powers.
the character creator.
really?
I just had so much fun with the character creator
Oh God!
that I was just like, you know what, this is
You
great.
really could just literally be just about anything.
This
you
is so
wanted.
ridiculous. I don't know if I can top that. I was just like, this is the best.
I mean, wait until you just start running around with a giant dildo bat and slapping people upside the head.
I mean, no, because it was great because you could have a chick's body, but then
Yeah.
you could have a male voice trying to be female.
Yes, it was
Hey
great.
guys, let's just go to the club. It was just so fucking absurd. Oh god, that game, it's got some special things about it.
But that was that was the charm about Saints Row was they didn't take themselves seriously. Like Grand Theft Auto is very linear in the sense that you can be this and that's it, and this is how you're gonna do it, and that's how it's gonna be. With Saints Row, there was literally no limits. You could do pretty much whatever you felt like.
I feel like Trevor was their solution for like, oh, you can do anything. Look how ridiculous this guy is. Like,
Yeah, but again, he was still very much a linear character. Yes, he didn't
True.
have as many rules, but with Saints Row, you were much more a character that didn't take it was a game that didn't take itself serious enough to be not serious.
do you know the most annoying part about GTA 5 was for me? This is gonna be sounds really fucking stupid as soon as I say it. But you have all of this money, right? And you can take your cars and get them nice and modded, and you make them look any way you want. You take Trevor's truck in, you give him a brand new paint job, and it still has
It
that
looks dirty.
fucking rusted out, dirty ass paint, and you're just like, it just
I'm not gonna
annoyed the
lie. I'm not
shit
gonna lie.
out of
That was
me.
one of the things that tweaked me too. I am not gonna lie. I was like, why is this shit continuously dirty?
Like, I have $3 million in my goddamn bank account. I'm still driving this piece of shit truck around as my default vehicle.
oh, I mean, you can soup the shit out of it, and that thing becomes a mobile tank, but it still looks ugly as fuck.
And that just Rockstar, if you're listening, I want some compensation for that. I bought your game 3 times. 4 if you count the copy that I bought Todd.
Shut the hell up, Jeff. I bought it 6.
Also, you don't get to
was
claim
that?
gifts as purchases for yourself.
Exactly.
That's true. I guess you're right.
I bought it 6 times.
Whose fault was that?
Yours.
No, was it? I told you to buy 1 copy.
You
And that
bought it
was
for 360. You bought it for Xbox
I bought it
One,
for all
and you
of
bought
them.
it for
I bought
PC,
it for PC twice on
because of
accident.
Jeff.
Nah, I only did that to Kevin once. I think it was Destiny. I think I made him buy a copy of Destiny on PS3, and then we all went to 360, and he was pissed at me for a couple weeks.
Nah, I wouldn't
Xbox
have.
One, you mean?
No,
PS3 or PS4.
I had PS3.
No, it was PS4.
Brett.
PS3.
No, it was. Oh yeah, it was
Yeah,
PS4. I'm
PS4.
sorry.
And Brett had PS4, and we played
Yeah.
on PS4, and then
And then that was the only people that played it on PS4.
yeah.
And then everyone was like, "Hey, we're gonna go play it on Xbox One now." And I was like, "Well, fuck."
And
There goes
then
my
you bought an
collector's
Xbox
edition.
One.
That
Yeah.
you didn't even like anyway.
What do you mean? The collector's edition?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was so pissed about that. That's why, like, I didn't go the frilly route this time.
Why? Because it's going to be on PC. It's not like anyone's going to suddenly change out of this one.
No, it's not that necessarily. I just didn't want to buy the ridiculously souped up collector's edition when I know I wasn't going to enjoy it.
It's got a badass gun and unique
Sure.
stuff.
Sure, that's good for you.
Peter.
I don't care. I'm just playing it because you guys are playing it.
Oh, I see it. Well, you know.
Oh my
what?
god, is that Fat Princess? Holy shit, I remember that game.
I had one more example that I was showing in the videos.
Jesus. Such a good
2D
game.
2D brawler.
Yeah.
Think about
Oh.
what that's a copy of.
Oh my god.
Pretty much Smash Brothers.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a pretty big one.
A 2D brawler.
Oh, hold on. Street Fighter.
Yeah, that's actually
No
been
Smash
well.
Brothers.
Wait, which
No.
was first, Street Fighter or Mortal
Street
Kombat?
Fighter Street Fighter.
Street Fighter.
Yes.
First arcade
Mortal Kombat was created
brawler.
in response to Street Fighter.
But I would say that's the genre of fighting games, which I don't classify fucking Smash Brothers as.
No.
I know it is, but I don't
Actually,
classify that.
I think Smash Brothers is unique enough to be considered its own subcategory.
Right.
Yeah.
And I would count PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale and Brawlhalla and Blast Out as copies of that.
Right.
Guys, do you remember Streets of Rage?
No.
Oh yes, I
Holy
do remember Streets of
shit.
Rage.
And
Yes,
Golden
it was
Axe?
a 2D side-scrolling brawler without. Well, I don't know. It wasn't a brawl. It was an arcade 2D scroller. But
It was like
know,
you had to progress like in stages.
yeah,
Almost.
and it was very. And then the copies of that were Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Yeah.
and then
Right.
Battletoads,
Yeah.
and then many others after that.
So a 2D action game.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Mega Man pretty much cornered the side scroller.
Mega Man.
Okay,
Mario?
so one final question before we wrap this up. Is there any reason why you would not continue to keep playing the clone games? Like for instance,
I really don't play that many clone games.
you don't think so?
I don't personally play that many clone games. I play the standards
Yeah.
because that's what a lot of other people play.
The
so it's-
OGs.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. It's like I saw Saints Row and I was like, eh.
I mean, that was the only exception, I
bothered.
think, mainly just because I love the fact that it was so lunatic, you know?
Yeah.
I just feel like the original seems to have. It's just.
There's a reason why it's a standard. It has
I feel
a
like
perfect
I
storm.
feel like clones are just so cheap for some reason. Like they did it cheap to rip off the original, and then they're just like, hey, well, you want to make money too.
Kirby.
And like it just bothers me. I feel like that just seems like a shameless cash grab more than anything. It's like those really shitty straight to DVD movies where they slightly change the title of the movies, and they release it at the same time that the other movies are in theaters.
I'm not sure how I like how Wii Fit Girl is using yoga as a deadly combination of moves.
I mean, yoga is the secret to the Iron Fist. All right.
Oh Lord.
Fucking shitty show, by the way. Don't watch that show. Anyways, and on that note, we must end for the night. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on our live stream. For those who are on the live stream, I am giving away a copy of Shadow of Mordor for Steam. So, Todd, have you been watching the comments? Todd?
Not on Facebook because I really
Not on
don't think there
Facebook.
weren't any.
Okay. We're gonna message someone randomly after the show. Please, if you do not have PC and/or Steam, we apologize. That's the only keys that we have at the moment. We don't have any console keys. Maybe in the future. Todd, would you mind telling us who sponsored our episode again?
Today's episode was brought to you by Plan of Attack Games and their new game Blast Out. It is in the vein of Super Smash Brothers. I'll be playing it probably later this weekend, so you can check it out. It is not available yet, and we might be able to get some keys to give away later.
All right. Well, thanks for our sponsor. We really appreciate you guys doing that. Again, thank you guys so much for listening. I've been your host, Jeff Stevens, and from all of us here at Press Start Gaming, thank you and have a great night.